Leviticus chapter 8. And Yahweh speaks to Moses, saying, Take Aaron and his sons with him, and the garments, and the anointing oil, and the bullock of the sin offering, and the 2 rams, and the basket of unleavened things, and assemble all the congregation to the opening of the tent of meeting. And Moses does as Yahweh has commanded him, and the congregation is assembled to the opening of the tent of meeting. And Moses says to the congregation, This is the thing which Yahweh has commanded to do. And Moses brings Aaron and his sons near, and bathes them with water, and puts the coat on him, and girds him with the girdle, and clothes him with the upper robe, and puts the ephod on him, and girds him with the girdle of the ephod, and binds it to him with it, and puts the breastplate on him, and puts the lights and the perfections into the breastplate, and puts the turban on his head, and puts the golden flower of the holy crown on the turban, toward the front of its face, as Yahweh has commanded Moses. And Moses takes the anointing oil, and anoints the dwelling place and all that is in it, and sanctifies them. And he sprinkles of it on the altar 7 times, and anoints the altar and all its vessels, and the laver and its base, to sanctify them. And he pours of the anointing oil on the head of Aaron, and anoints him to sanctify him. And Moses brings the sons of Aaron near, and clothes them with coats, and girds them with girdles, and binds caps to them, as Yahweh has commanded Moses. And he brings the bullock of the sin offering near, and Aaron lays, his sons also, their hands on the head of the bullock of the sin offering, and one slaughters, and Moses takes the blood, and puts it around the horns of the altar with his finger, and cleanses the altar. And he has poured out the blood at the foundation of the altar, and sanctifies it, to make atonement on it. And he takes all the fat that is on the innards, and the redundance on the liver, and the 2 kidneys and their fat, and Moses makes incense on the altar. And the bullock and its skin, and its flesh, and its dung, he has burned with fire at the outside of the camp, as Yahweh has commanded Moses. And he brings the ram of the burnt offering near, and Aaron and his sons lay their hands on the head of the ram, and one slaughters, and Moses sprinkles the blood around the altar, and he has cut the ram into its pieces. And Moses makes incense with the head and the pieces and the fat, and he has washed the innards and the legs with water. And Moses makes incense with the whole ram on the altar. It is a burnt offering for refreshing fragrance. It is a fire offering to Yahweh, as Yahweh has commanded Moses. And he brings the 2nd ram near, a ram of the consecrations. And Aaron and his sons lay their hands on the head of the ram, and one slaughters, and Moses takes of its blood, and puts it on the tip of the right ear of Aaron, and on the thumb of his right hand, and on the great toe of his right foot. And he brings the sons of Aaron near, and Moses puts of the blood on the tip of their right ear, and on the thumb of their right hand, and on the great toe of their right foot. And Moses sprinkles the blood around the altar, and takes the fat, and the fat tail, and all the fat that is on the innards, and the redundance on the liver, and the 2 kidneys and their fat, and the right leg, and out of the basket of unleavened things which is before Yahweh, he has taken 1 unleavened cake, and 1 cake of oiled bread, and 1 thin cake, and puts them on the fat, and on the right leg. And he puts the whole on the hands of Aaron, and on the hands of his sons, and waves them as a wave offering before Yahweh. And Moses takes them from off their hands, and makes incense on the altar, on the burnt offering. They are consecrations for refreshing fragrance. It is a fire offering to Yahweh. And Moses takes the breast, and waves it as a wave offering before Yahweh. It has been for Moses for a portion of the ram of the consecrations, as Yahweh has commanded Moses. And Moses takes of the anointing oil and of the blood which is on the altar, and sprinkles them on Aaron, on his garments, and on his sons, and on the garments of his sons with him, and he sanctifies Aaron, his garments, and his sons, and the garments of his sons with him. And Moses says to Aaron and to his sons, Boil the flesh at the opening of the tent of meeting, and there you eat it, and the bread which is in the basket of the consecrations, as I have commanded, saying, Aaron and his sons eat it. And the remnant of the flesh and of the bread you burn with fire, and you do not go out from the opening of the tent of meeting for 7 days, until the fullness, the days of your consecration. For 7 days he consecrates your hand. As he has done on this day, Yahweh has commanded to do, to make atonement for you. And you abide at the opening of the tent of meeting by day and by night for 7 days. And you have kept the charge of Yahweh, and do not die, for so I have been commanded. And Aaron does, his sons also, all the things which Yahweh has commanded by the hand of Moses.